top 5 practical superpowers. Like superpowers that you could actually have and use in the real world and would be practical. My number 5 is super strength, but only a little super strength. Like Captain America super strength. I think if you were like the Hulk, that would actually be really hard to exist in the world.
I'm going to go with being able to use teleportation as my number 4.
Oh, I think that should be way higher.
But I feel like there's just way too many things that could go wrong. And if you have everyone teleporting, you're going to have people running in each other. They're going to be like, showing up in Abu Dhabi when they mean to go to London. Like it's going to need some ironing out.
My number 4 is telepathy. I think reading somebody's mind would be good, but I don't think you really want to know that much what other people are thinking.
I mean, I definitely don't want to know what anyone's thinking about me. But like, if I could block that out, maybe. But other than that, yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, what's your number 3?
So my number 3 is X-ray vision. I think it would actually be one of the most useful things. And I know we kind of already have it, but I'm talking about like police on scene of barricaded gunman situations, or fire departments being able to see if anyone's in a house, things like that. You could use it in any like business setting. Like, oh, what's Johnny doing in his office? Is he sleeping? The door's shut. Let's take a look. Things like that.
Yeah, you're gonna cross a line pretty fast.
Yeah, well,
You're gonna get yourself into some trouble with X-ray vision pretty quickly.
Didn't say it was.
Like, it's not gonna take a long time.
Didn't say it was lawful, but
my number 3 is super intelligence.
Okay.
The only reason I wouldn't put super intelligence any higher is because I don't really think being smart gets you that far. I think it's actually in some ways would be a curse.
I actually don't have super intelligence on the list because 2 things. One, being super smart, like you said, seems to be looked down upon. And 2, we don't need any more AI type things in this world. All right. We don't need any more super smart anything. All right. Let's just be a species and go from there. My number 2 is superhuman speed.
Ooh, I thought about super speed a lot. I didn't put it on there, but I think super speed would be incredibly helpful. That'd be awesome to have. My number 2 is flight. I think flight would be a great superpower, not only for like transportation. You could get around. Even if you couldn't fly that fast, you could still go like fly to the bird, right? You could still get around pretty well with transportation. And you could also make a lot of money off flight. You could charge people a lot of money being like, hey, you want to fly? I'll fly you up in the sky for a little while.
My number 1, we kind of talked about it earlier. I have superhuman strength. I mean, superhuman strength can be used for so many positive things.
I think superhuman strength would be very handy if you were like a demolition company or a moving company. But I don't think that you would really want to exist in the world with superhuman strength. Like, you'd be ripping people's arms off all the time.
Well, I guess you'd have to have a disclaimer. Don't shake that guy's hand. He's going to rip your arm off.
But you couldn't even, like, open a door. You would have to have no doors in your house, or you would just be ripping your house apart all the time. My number 1 is teleportation. I think teleportation would be the most practical superpower. You can get around easy. You can go on vacations. You could make lots of money off of it. Be like, this thing needs to be here right now. Like, I got it. I'll be there in a second.
I just feel like out of all the superpowers, you have everyone start friggin' teleporting. It's going to be a gigantic disaster.
Dude, it's not everybody can be a teleporter. This is just your superpower.
I want to be Lou Ferrigno, not, Usain Bolt, though Usain Bolt's pretty badass.
Yeah, dude, I think that worked out better for Usain Bolt than it did for Lou Ferrigno. Super speed would be pretty practical as well. What's in your honorable mention?
Well, let's see here. I put in shape-shifting, but that's more like shape-shifting is kind of like teleportation.
Yeah, like what are you gonna do with that, right? Unless you're like a criminal or a master criminal.
But
then you had one of these other powers, I think you could make just as much money legally and not have to worry about it.
I don't know if you're gonna say this is one, but it was on a list I was looking at of its immortality.
Oh, I wouldn't want that at all.
There's a small part of me, like 5%, that's like, man, it would be cool never to die, like to see the world just go and go, like But when would it be enough, right? You're right. It probably would be terrible.
Yeah, I wouldn't want immortality at all. Healing would be cool though.
Healing would be dope. I also had flight on there, and then I don't think this is actually one, but I'm gonna say it. But like being able to manipulate time, like stopping time, and
Oh, that'd be really cool.
yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah. I would say healing and like time manipulation should probably be on the list.